What up, people? It's Slams. I'm here to talk about this game on the screen right here, Kiwi Clicker. I'm not going to say an aficionado, but I do find myself gravitating to these clicker games a lot more recently, just because my time is very, very stretched. I got a lot to do in my life. That's a 9 to 5 work job. I call it a work job. 9 to 5 work at my job. Um, Parent of 3 kids, husband, house handyman. I got a group of friends I go out with occasionally. It's so the time I have for gaming, I pretty much set aside specifically for PlayStation. 'Cause that's the platform I typically play on. But I have always found these clicker games to be something that interests me, something that I try out. I've tried out dozens and dozens, hundreds. It all started back with Cookie Clicker. I'm sure a lot of people play that on the browser. That was so long ago, it feels like. That was my first exposure to this sort of genre. Um, and I found several on Steam. Um, I've played this Leaf Blower Evolution, Mr. Mine, Cell to Singularity, uh, Idle Monkeyology, and I think there's a couple others I haven't played. I haven't tried this Industry Idle. I don't think that's a typical idle game. Anyways, so then I was offered to play Kiwi Clicker because of the number of hours I put together on Seal of Singularity, which 543. So you will learn when playing these games that you're not playing it for 543 hours. It may be running for 543 hours, but that's the idea of an idle game is you set it, you let it go, maybe pay attention to it. That was one of the cool things I liked about Self Singularity. It felt like I only had to do a little bit and then I could come back to it later and progress and feel like I was actually making progress. I wasn't hitting the same roadblock every single time. I mean, it did end up getting to that point where I would get leveled up to a certain portion of, the progression, which I think I'm maxed out now. Not really maxed out, but I've gotten as far as I could without feeling like there's something left. I hit a wall, and then I got this game thrown into my inbox, an offer to try it out because of the number of hours I put together on Cell to Singularity, and figured I'd give it a shot. It's similar to most clickers you have. You're going to click quite a bit to start off with, but as the genre of clickers and idle clickers has progressed, it's turned more into a what else can you do? It's not just clicking. You're building out certain functionality that will give you more things to do, different ways to do it. That's what I feel like Kiwi Clicker here has shined at, really. That I'm not just restricted to the one way to play. Um, Either you can go full attention on it for like 10, 15, 20 minutes, or you can check it every 20 minutes, 30 minutes, hour. You can come back to it a day later. There are different ways you can go about playing it, and it gives you the option on how to do that to utilize your time better. So I don't feel like I'm wasting it. Just having it sitting over here, wondering, all right, well, am I making any progress? You know the way that you set it to play whether or not you'll be making good progress. Another cool thing that I like about this is it seems to be regularly updated. I just saw this in-game event. I think it's the first one I've seen. I've started playing it back in. Does it tell me? I guess I can check in here. Today. I can check my achievements. I suppose that's an easy way to do it. August 12th. Yeah, I think that was probably when I started, August 12th. So since then, I think this is the first event I've seen. It's for the upcoming Halloween. Um, and it's cool that there's regular updates that come in. The developer gave a roadmap of, and now I can't find it, a roadmap of how they're going to attack the game so that it's not just a stagnant product. It's ever developing, giving you different things to do. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't use Steam all that often. In case that wasn't obvious by my 20 games I have over here. Uh, I can't find the roadmap. Maybe it's in here. Oh no, that's right. You got to scroll. It's a big old scrolling thing. Oh, there it is. Too far. So they give a nice little roadmap, of how the game's going to progress with development wise. So I got through this top roadmap and starting to do the more intricate content as opposed to just features and enhancements. It's actual content that they're bringing to it. So eventually they'll get to a new roadmap. We're right here, it seems. So we will soon find out what's next for Kiwi Clicker. Looks like this is coming up in the next couple weeks. So I'll be keeping an eye out for that. Yeah, it starts the 25th. Sorry to clear my throat. So yeah, jumping into it, let's take a look. This is what I've got going on right now. Yeah, one cool thing I like about this is that it has an auto clicker. So a lot of games they force you to click, to get things going. But there's an option that they enabled where you can just leave something on top of something and it'll automatically click for you. I did have a hotkey auto clicker going, which I'd have to press a key and put something heavy on top of it so it would keep clicking. But then they added this, which is obviously very helpful because I don't have to worry about it falling off or breaking a key or something. It clicks for me, which is nice. Especially, so the reason that I'm so intrigued by clickers is it gives me a nice break from work. I have my work computer right over here, and so having my personal computer off to the side that I can, if I have a lull, I'll just take a look, get my mind off of whatever I was doing. If I'm frustrated or something, I can just come over here, take a look, see what's going on, and then, come right back to working. It's a nice short break I can take occasionally, which is, again, the reason why I like these clicker games, is that it gives me a very short distraction from, the stress and the craziness that may occur at work. One thing I actually just learned about today, I just learned about a additional feature of the game which I did not know existed. I'm just gonna restart. Okay, we'll backtrack. So ignore this for a second. So this is what you will. Well, obviously I'm a little more leveled up, but it starts off. You have your little kiwis carrying kiwis. You are mining kiwis, and the kiwis are pulling the kiwis to your castle in order to get you money. So that big this thing. This is your skill chart. This is what gonna get you, faster kiwi production, more coins, faster workers, etc. It gives you a whole bunch of. One of the clickers is actually right here. The Kiwi Love click, whatever. So that at first is a. I guess that is a real thing. So there's a little dude over here somewhere. There he is, sitting right there. So at first, he helps you click. If you click on something, he's supposed to have an ammo clip, and he'll shoot, however many times, and then reload, and then do it again. That's kind of null and void when you have your auto clicker going. So the premise, the general gameplay loop, you gather kiwis, you get enough kiwis, you fill up this circle right here. When it fills up, a king will come out of his castle and stop your production. So you have to kill the king. You gain these points for the skills every time you kill a king. As you get further leveled up, the kings are going to come out quite quickly. But I'm very much glossing over all the additional things. As you can see down here, profession available. You have professions, which you can add a class. This is the play style I'm talking about. So you can do archery, alchemy, or carpentry. Archery is I'm paying attention to this right now. It even gives you a reason. I like clicking or using an auto clicker. So this will help you to, click faster. So this is something that you would need to be more actively playing. Alchemy. something you want to play every 20 to 40 minutes, your Kiwis will brew potions. You can combine those potions to increase their potency and apply them to, either the king to kill him or to your different units so that they, produce faster, get more coins, what have you. And then there's this one. I might be back every few hours, the carpentry. This one will automatically upgrade for you. So if you're not there to be able to upgrade, you're not going to make any progress. So if you leave it running and then select carpentry, you'll have a little dude over here who will occasionally buy uh, higher levels for you so you can progress. So these three different play methods are very nice, very useful. I always use the alchemy just because I am here 8 hours out of the day, so it's nice to just be able to check over every 20 to 30 minutes, see, okay, do I need to combine potions? Yes, okay, and then I move on. So it's a nice break. So that the one thing, this is relatively new, the downstairs underground, whatever you want to call it. The thing I just learned about, that there's something right here. I did not know that. I had no idea until I clicked this. Like, oh, let me just because I'm sure people will want to see what the different things are for. And I was like, wait, shady peeler, what is this? And I clicked on it, and I'm still trying to figure it out. I think what it does is it gives you a chance to increase the production. So each of your stations has a Kiwi, and this Kiwi can have increased efficiency. And you spin a wheel, so I'll just do it right now. So this costs 450 of these transcendent points, and I get a chance for a pink peel, which will replace one of these green peels. 80% chance to add a gray peel, and then a 10% chance to get all green peels. Green peels gray peels are not good apparently. So I'll drop it here, spins the wheel. Okay, I got the green. That's good. Green is good. So I got my pink. So now it's increased plus 15. Now it's 400% efficiency. So that's good. I just learned about this, so that's awesome. Over here, I guess you can add spikes. I don't know what the spikes are for. I'm still trying to figure that out. There's shield if you want to protect your guys. So you will get to a point where you have so many of these back in here. So it starts off very small, 1, 2, and then you get to where I'm at 250 hours later, and things are costing 21,000. Sorry, not 21,000. 9,500 transcendent points, which come by, occasionally. There's nice little hotkeys. So instead of clicking and clicking, a lot of clicking, you would think with a clicker you do a lot of clicking, but there's a lot of good shortcuts. Like you can do Control Shift, right click, and it'll buy everything available for you. So that it just makes things easier. Nice little. So I guess I can pick my. I'll do archery for now. And the archery has another skill tree where you can assign the, what are these called? I don't know what they're called, but upgrade points basically. You get those by upgrading. So every time you upgrade, this is a little bar right here. It's going to fill up and give you a new point. So that went up to 121, 124, and then you use those to buy. Right now I can buy everything because I have so many, but when you start off, you can only do onesie twosies, increase the efficiency and speed and all this stuff. So when you have this one, I can just let it go, and these archers will just kill all the kings for you. One thing I will say is I feel like the alchemy one is the best if you are around. Because when you combine the potions, you can get it to a really high level, and then when you apply those potions to your king will give you a lot more. So right now I have 688. I don't know how many I've just killed, but so that doubled. That's really not that much compared to what I can get with potions. Sure, I can do it faster, so I can do that, start over, do it again, start over, do it again, start over. I'm not really interested in doing that though. I don't have the concentration in order to be able to do that. So I typically do alchemy. Let me just upgrade a bit more. Another thing down here, we can choose the the wee lab. So the three professions, the archery, the alchemy, and the carpenter, you can also pick a sub. It's like a subcontractor kind of. So you can adopt a Wiwi, which is a smaller Kiwi, that does what the other professions would do. So this one will apply potions occasionally. This one will automatically increase your um, levels. So if I adopt this Kiwi, suddenly, whoop, there he is. He will, as I defeat the kings, he will increase his level. Scroll up so I can see better. He'll increase his level, and you can see his little bar right there, a little spinny, increasing. So when it reaches full, he'll apply a potion to someone. So let that go. And then over here, we have a penance. So these are like mini goals. So you can either, you got 7 of them to choose from, 6 if I can count. This one, you were only given kings. So there's no Kiwis coming through. You just have to, and then depending on how well you do, you will increase your percentage, which will, your goal is to get to 100% on all of them. There's this one, being an archery player, you try to get as many penance points as possible in 10 minutes. So that's basically, just leaving your archers to go full speed. Another one is coins all the way down. So instead of delivering Kiwis, you deliver whatever these penance points are, except every 20 seconds you lose half. So, get to a point where, you may not be gaining fast enough to recoup that half you lost. So I'm up to 70% on that. So there's little tiny things everywhere that, even like I just said, I just learned about this. So there's all these little things to learn. There's plenty of progression to be had. Events coming up. There's even this. So there's this little I don't even know what you want to call it, but you basically set their emotional level. So I can exploit them, and gain 10% more. Just overwork them, which has no effect. I can mismanage them, which means I lose 10%. Or I can reward my workers, make them happy, but I lose 20%. I don't really understand outside of, just the loss and gain if it does anything besides, seeing a smile on their face as opposed to these sad little eyes. But I'm cold-hearted, so I don't care. What else? Got that. Still learning that. Got that. It's fortification. I guess this is just. I don't really know what this is. I guess I can click. Big pink crowns unlocked in the Transcendent. That's right. Okay. So those are these things. So I guess there's these, which is upcoming content. These are quite a ways away from me. Basically, 100,000. I'm not there at all. But yeah. So I figured I'd just make this video to highlight Kiwi Clicker in all of its glory. Really enjoying it, like I said. Very interested to see what comes up next in this roadmap and see what this event's like. This will be the first event. Hopefully it's cool. I'll just read off this. So as most clicker games, there's no end game. You just keep progressing. But apparently they're adding an end game. They joke about, talking about the story, and you're like, wait, what story? There is no story, which they're riffing on there. And then, they pull a joke here about the new end game content. Basically, if you want to spoil it for yourself, then, oh yes, new end game content. And then they say, yeah, the end game content will be the content that we add, and you'll play it. Blah 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 blah. Last line: if you like to spoil yourself and read what they are exactly, go ahead. What they are exactly. So these guys have a good sense of humor too. But yeah, so we'll see what this event's like. Sounds like some of the Kiwis will be returning, and we have to fight them off, like some Ghostbusters type thing. They make a nice quip about adding a hats, saying that they've done, platform research and a brand new way of celebrating something, adding hats, which anyone who knows anything, Team Fortress 2 started way back in the day, adding hats to their characters for you to collect. Oh yeah, so that's about the gist of it. I'm just gonna do one real quick transcendence here to show you like what I would typically do. Okay, so I don't want to upgrade at the moment, so I'm just gonna go in here, buy alchemy, get everything. The unfortunate thing with the alchemy is if you don't have potions available and new kings come in, they're not going to be able to do anything because they will kill each other, which you will see shortly. I have added a gameplay option, so it gives me 20 seconds before the king starts showing up. So there you go. Here's the next one. He kills the previous one. I think I killed him by putting my mouse over him. And there's, they just keep coming until this bar is not filled up anymore. So it's kind of a way to balance it because otherwise I'd have 20 kings in line and I could apply top potions to them every single time. But in this case I have to kind of wait because they don't brew the potions fast enough. So I would only be able to apply it to one of them, and this isn't even the highest potion. So it's best to just let them go until the bar isn't filled up anymore and no new ones will be coming. So this is typically what I would be doing. I'd be over here working, waiting, check it back. Still going, okay. So yeah, that's my thing. Is there anything else to talk about? I got some menu options. They're nice. I got all that covered. Yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching. If you like clickers, let me know what your favorite one is. If it's Cookie Clicker, I'll get it eventually. I'm cheap. I don't want to pay the $5, which is ridiculous, I know. But if you have any cool clickers, let me know. I play them on my phone too. And I'm always interested to try new ones, especially if they're free. I will try anything that's free to give it a whirl, see how I like it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.